what's up guys? So today I'm going to show you how to make a peppermint inspired Christmas wreath. What you will need, I have all different shapes, sizes, styles of peppermint ornaments. Red and white striped deco mesh, solid red deco mesh, red velvet ribbon, and white velvet ribbon. Again, you can leave out the deco mesh or ribbon, whatever you'd like. You can modify it to make it your own, or if you have something else that you'd like to add into it, just be creative and be you. So, you will also need floral wire. You can also substitute the floral wire for Chanel stems if you'd like. Wire cutters, scissors or a rotary cutter, and a Christmas wreath. I'll show you that in the next scene because it's very large. And all of this can definitely be modified for Dollar Tree items. You can buy Dollar Tree ornaments. This deco mesh is at Dollar Tree, and you can also get red and white ribbon from Dollar Tree and use the Chanel stems. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I took the deco mesh and I cut it into 8-inch long pieces. And this is where you can use scissors or a rotary cutter. A rotary cutter would be much faster, but whatever you choose. So 8-inch long pieces, and I cut 8 of each. It just depends. I don't really know how many I'm actually going to use, so if I need more I can cut more, but for right now I just cut 8 of each color, and I'm going to put them behind the ribbon. The ribbon I cut into 12-inch long pieces. Okay, it looks like the red is 2 1/4 inches width, and the white is 2 1/2 inches in width. And I cut about 5 or 6 of each color. Again, I'm not exactly sure how many I'm going to need. I just cut a few, and if I need more then I'll add more. But I just kind of want to see how everything looks on the wreath before I cut a ton. What I'm going to do is make a bundle of a ribbon bow and 2 pieces of deco mesh. Again, you can change it up and do however you'd like. So this is 12 inches. What I'm going to do is turn it around, overlap it just slightly, and then kind of find the center and then scrunch it. This is going to be a little tougher because it is velvet ribbon. Okay, then you can kind of adjust it. So that's what it looks like, a cute little bow. You could do this twice and make a full bow, but that means you will have to make your ribbon a little bit longer. So I just wanted to make small little bows. So you take your floral wire as you have the center scrunched together and just twist it around. And you want to leave a little extra space at the back so that you can add on the deco mesh. So it's about 1 1/2 to 2 inches extra wire in the back. Alright, and then I'm just going to twist it. Twist, twist. Then I can adjust it if I need to. Just like that. Then I have the extra in the back. So I'm just going to take my wire cutters and cut that off. Again, if you want the bows larger, you could just make the ribbon strips longer. So you can make it maybe 16 or 18 inches if you want it larger. But I think this is a cute little size. Perfect. Then you take the deco mesh, and I'm just going to roll it a little bit tighter. Like that. Hold it in my finger. Take another piece. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Just like this. So I have 2 of them. I'm just going to crisscross them just like that and scrunch. So this one you could definitely make it looser. You can roll it at an angle, whatever you choose. But I think this looks really cute. So you see I still have the back like this. I'm going to just place it right behind the bow, and I'm just going to twist the wire around the deco mesh. And twist it, twist it, twist it. There we go. and adjust it. Alright, just like that. So I'm going to make another one with the white ribbon. So I'm just going to turn it over, overlap it a little bit, find the center, just like that, and I'm going to scrunch it. Just like that. And again, you could for sure use wire edge ribbon if you'd like, but I just thought these colors were so cute, so I went with them. You take your floral wire, and you're just going to twist it around. Twist it around the back of the bow, and I'm just twisting it a few times. Make sure it's centered. Alright, so there we go. Then I'm going to take the Deco mesh. So the first time I showed you the rolls, this time I'm going to show you like a more flared pattern. So you just take it, each diagonal, you hold a diagonal, you fold it downward, and then you gather it together, just like that. Just like that. So I'm going to hold that in place with my fingers, and then I'm going to do it one more time. Hold each diagonal, fold it upwards, and then gather it in the center. And then I'm going to crisscross them just like this. So just like that. And then I'll take my bow, and I just want to place the Deco mesh behind it, like so. And then take the floral wire and twist it in place. So the point of this one is it's more of a flared out look. So again, here are the two options: curly and cute, fun and whimsical. I think I actually like this one a little bit more. They're both cute, but I think I'm going to go with this one for this specific wreath. So I'm going to make a few more, and then we'll start placing them on the wreath. Alright, so I have them all made. I decided to only make 6 until I see like exactly how many I need. But here we go. There's the red with the white Deco mesh and the white with the red Deco mesh. So I have 3 of each of those. Now it's finally time to put the decorations on the wreath. I know I kept saying that, and I've been saying it for a while, but now it's really finally time to get all of this onto the wreath. Alright, so finally we have the wreath. This one is pretty large, but not as large as my last one. Okay, so this one is 36 inches. The other one I think was like 40 something. I don't remember. But this one is a nice, decent size. I like it. It's really cute. It's not as poofy, but it's really cute. So, again, what I just like to do when I start off is kind of fan it out a little bit, fluff it up, give it a little shape all the way around. What I'm going to use, I have the red bows, I have the white bows, and then I have a ton of cute peppermint shaped ornaments. This one is so cute. It looks like the old school peppermints we used to eat as kids. So all of this I'm going to place on the ring, and again, I'm just going to see how it looks and just kind of go from there. I know that I'm going to probably place my ornaments first, and I want to get them like nice and stiff down in there. All the way around the ring. And if you want a ton of ornaments, you could definitely do that, or fewer ornaments, whatever you choose. So I'm just placing them all around the ring randomly. I love the peppermint pattern. It's just so sweet to me. And let's see. I'm actually going to put this one here. And I like to get everything kind of placed a little bit before I start like really anchoring it down. Maybe I'll think of something to add them on with at the end. I don't know. They're so cute, but they're so tiny. But they're really cute, so I want to use them. I'll try and think of something. We'll see. 8 ornaments. Like 4 on one side, 4 on the other side, and I'm leaving a little space at the bottom for my bow. Like that. I want to alternate bow, ornament, bow, ornament. So I'm trying to stagger them a little bit, like in, out, like in windows, so that they're not just in a straight line. So this is how I have it. Just alternating bow, ornament, bow, ornament. So remember the extra floral wire we left on the back of the bows? That's so we can just twist them down to the wreath. So you just pick a little stem, get the bow right in place, and then twist it. Literally just twist it around a couple of times, and then adjust it, just like that. And then, so for the ornament, alright, so I cut that in half because you don't need much floral wire. I'm just going to take the ornament, thread the floral wire around it. Ah! Just kidding. Okay. Be careful. There. Life lesson. Alright, and then I just twist it a couple of times so that it's nice and secure. And then I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the bows. Tie this to the wreath. And for extra security, especially with the ornaments, as you see, it just came apart. For extra security, you can just put like a couple of dots of hot glue once you get it exactly where you want on the wreath. I'm just going to pick a stem, twist it, twist it. Alright, so you're just going to do this all the way around with all of your bows and ornaments. Alright, so I have secured everything down with the floral wire. And again, extra dot of glue here and there if you want the extra security. So next we are going to make the bow for our final touch. Alright, so I have white ribbon and red ribbon. It's the same ribbon I was making the small bows with. I cut the red ribbon, this is 33 inches, and the white ribbon is 64 inches. If you want bigger bows, you can make it longer. If you want smaller bows, you make it shorter. But this isn't a certain length or anything. I mean, I just like estimate it. Leaving a little extra of the tail out. Maybe that much. And then I'm going to take it and cross it over like that. Then I'm going to take it behind just like that and cross it over the front one more time. Just like that. And then just adjust it to make sure all the loops are even. Once you make sure they're all even, you just scrunch it. Just like that. Nice big scrunch. Like that. Then we're going to tie the floral wire. Just take it around and twist it at the back. That's what it looks like. And the red one, which is slightly smaller and thinner, just gonna fold it over like this. And fold it over again. Just like that. I'm just adjusting to make sure it's even. And then scrunch it. Just like that. And we're going to just place it right in front. I'm taking the floral wire and just tying it around. Nice and secure. So see, this is what it looks like. You can ribbon cut, or you can slant, or leave it how it is. So this is option 1. Option 2, you just cut an angle and it will have a little slant like that. Option 3, you fold it in half. and then cut it a diagonal and it'll be the ribbon cut. That's the one that I personally prefer. So I'm folding it in half, fold at the top, the 2 openings on the bottom, and cut at a diagonal, just like that. Just like that. Then you just adjust it like that. And I think I want to add the cute little peppermint to this, just as a little extra something. So I'm going to try to let them like hang from the bow, like these 3. Just threading it. And I'm leaving more on one side than the other. And then just twisting it. Just like that. Okay, threading it through. Even more on one side than the other. Twisting it. Just like that. Alright. And this is the very last one. It's going to dangle the lowest. So this is the effect it's going to be. 3 dangling bulbs. Really cute. And then I'm just going to add this to the bottom of my wreath. Alright, and I didn't mention, but to cover the floral wire right here, you can just take a little piece of ribbon, just roll it up, like that, and you just hot glue it right there, and that'll cover up all of your wire. And then you just take the wire that we have and twist it onto the wreath, and you are all done. So I just wanted to show you how the bottom looked. So this is the bow, and as you can see, the cute peppermints are dangling there. You can make them hang lower if you'd like, or you could just leave off the step altogether. But I thought they were so cute, and they were a little smaller than the other ones, so I wanted to put them somewhere. So that is it, and they can, like you see, have a little dangling effect. Alright, well, we are all done.